Hello students, hello learners. Today we will discuss second part of environmental chemistry, which is related to the 11th class chemistry chapter number 14. In our first lecture I have discussed about the pollution, pollutants, sources, effects of different types of pollutions, different states of pollutants. And today I will explain global warming. Global warming. I am just explaining students, learners, NCERT word to word. So today we will start from global warming and greenhouse effect. Global warming and greenhouse effect. Global means earth, warming means heat up. It is the process in which earth is heated day by day due to human activities. Greenhouse effect. What will be the effect of some gases which absorb heat on the earth, and by the increasing concentration of those gases, what will be the impact on environment and earth? As we know that about 75% of solar energy reaching the earth is absorbing by earth's surface, which increases its temperature. The rest of the heat radiates back to the atmosphere. Some of heat is trapped by gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, ozone, chlorofluorocarbons, water vapor in the atmosphere. These gases are called greenhouse gases because they has tendency to absorb heat which comes from the sun. They add to the heating of the atmosphere. That's why these gases are called greenhouse gases, and heating of earth's surface or atmosphere is called global warming. Cold places, flowers, vegetables and fruits are grown in grass covered areas called greenhouse. As you seen somewhere in nurseries, we have seen in nurseries different pupils grows different vegetables, flowers, fruits without season. In hot weather they can grow winter seasons crops. So there they use green color covering on them, on the plants, because by the green color covering sunlight can enter in the house, that is just like a house, but heat will be stopped there and there will be no direct sunlight on the plants. That's why that is called greenhouse. Do you know that we humans also live in greenhouse? Of course. We are not surrounded by glass but a blanket of air called atmosphere, which has kept the temperature on earth constant for centuries. That sphere is atmosphere, basically ozone. But it is now undergoing changes through slowly, just as the glass in greenhouse holds the sun's warmth inside. Atmosphere traps the sun's heat near the earth's surface and keeps it warm. This is called natural greenhouse effect because it maintains the temperature and makes the earth perfect for life. If there is no presence of these gases on earth, so there is no life possible on earth. Once I have got one question, if all the CO2 is removed from the earth crust, earth's atmosphere, what happened on the earth? So answer was, that was the question of one competition exam. The answer was, earth will be cold like a moon because there will be no heat absorbing gases on the earth, which absorb heat on earth. The sunlight came and go back. This is called natural greenhouse effect because it maintains the temperature and make the earth perfect for life. In greenhouse, solar radiations pass through the transparent glass and heat up the soil and plants. The warm soil and plants emit infrared radiations. Since glass is opaque to the infrared radiations thermal region, it partly reflects and partly absorbs these radiations. What happened, students? Actually, when sunlight is come from the sun, that come in the form of visible radiations. Visible radiation means light. That light can trap from the sunlight from the glass house, but when light is reflected from the earth, that moves in the form of heat. That's called infrared IR radiations. So IR radiations cannot pass out from the glass house, which is opaque. It partly reflected and partly absorbed these radiations. This mechanism keeps the energy of the sun trapped in the greenhouse. Similarly, carbon dioxide molecules also trap heat as they are transparent to sunlight but not to the heat. If the amount of carbon dioxide crosses the delicate proportion of 0.03%, as you know, we had started in our first video, carbon dioxide is present 0.03%. The natural greenhouse balance may get disturbed. Carbon dioxide is the major contributor of global warming. Approximately 50 to 60% contribution in the greenhouse effect is of carbon dioxide. Besides carbon dioxide, other gases like methane, water vapor, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbons, ozone, these also responsible for greenhouse effects because they also have the tendency to absorb infrared, absorb sunlight on earth and maintain the earth's temperature. Methane is naturally produced when vegetables is burnt, digested or rotten in the absence of oxygen. In absence of oxygen means anaerobic digestion. Large amount of methane are released in paddy fields, coal mines, from rotting garbage dumps and by fossil fuels. Chlorofluorocarbons, which are also called ozone layer depleting reagents, pollutants, are man-made industrial chemicals used in air conditioning etc. CFCs are used in our air conditioning devices as coolant reagent because chlorine is used as a coolant gas. CFCs are also damaging the ozone layer. Nitrous oxide occurs naturally in the environment, N2O, which is also called laughing gas. In recent years, their quantities have increased significantly due to the use of chemical fertilizers and burning of fossil fuels. If these trends continue, the average global temperature will increase to the level which may lead to melting of polar ice caps and flooding of low-lying areas all over the earth. As you know, I think students, learners, most of the water on the earth is found in the form of solid, in the form of glaciers or ice caps. If temperature of earth will increase, then those glaciers will melt, those ice caps will melt. If ice caps will melt, there is rise in sea level. If rise in sea level, there is lots of natural phenomenon is going on earth, like storm, flooding, somewhere drought, somewhere storming, flooding. So totally changes in atmospheric conditions, climatic conditions. So we should maintain the temperature of earth by maintaining all these pollutant gases which is responsible for greenhouse effect. Increase in the global temperature increases the incidence of infections, diseases like dengue, malaria, which is caused by the water, yellow fever, sleeping sickness. If pollutants will increase, water will increase, then there is lots of germs create on the earth which cause different types of diseases. Those diseases are called waterborne disease also. Here is a very important thing, think it over. What can we do to reduce the rate of global warming? If burning of fossil fuel, cutting down forests and trees add to greenhouse gases in the environment atmosphere, we must find ways to use these just efficiently and judiciously. One of the simple things which we can do to reduce global warming is the minimize the use of automobiles. Depending upon the situation, one can use bicycle, public transport system and go for carpool. We should plant more and more trees to increase the green cover. Avoid burning of dry leaves, wood. It is illegal to smoke in public places and workplaces because it is harmful not only for the one who is smoking but also for others, and therefore we should avoid it. Many people do not understand the greenhouse effect and global warming, so we should create awareness between them. We should help them to inform about the greenhouse effect and global warming. By the simple methods, some simple rules and regulations, awareness, we can improve the quality of atmosphere, natural atmosphere, and we can live safe here, because global warming is the most important and important global issue related to the environment. If day by day temperature will increase of the earth, then